You know, I started kind of the ripple of learning and dabbling, and that I was going to make horses my plan B at some point when I left racing, but I wasn't sure what it really looked like. And then my uncle was killed in November of 2011, and it was one of those, well, there's a lot more to life than shock oil and nuts and bolts and parts of a race car.
Yep.
And so it was, how am I going to live every day doing something that makes a difference, having an impact on the world, locally, globally. I think I told them in January that I wasn't going to travel with the road crew anymore, thinking I would still stay on at the races as that security
Safety net.
of
Absolutely.
like, okay, well, I can still have this like real job while I travel over here in my horses.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So I left, and I told my husband, I said, I have absolutely no idea what this is going to look like, but I have the faith. I know this is what I'm supposed to do, and I know this is what I'm going to do, but I don't know how it's going to work, and I can't tell you how it's going to work,
Right.
but I have that faith. You start with one thing, and then it leads to another thing. So I started with the farrier, got introduced to equine-assisted psychotherapy, then went in and did business coaching, and then really just figured out that, oh wow, I can intertwine all of this into mind, body, and soul, all focused on horse and human wellness and balance.
Nice.
And then here's going to emerge some more, and I'll be able to focus on equine-assisted business owners to elevate them while still focusing on the mental health of our civilians and our veterans,
Nice. Yeah.
and still keeping the wellness of the horses at the forefront. So it's one of those where I don't stop. To me, it's not work. It's every day. This is just building another building block into this empire that we're building,
Right.
that I don't know what it's going to look like. There's no limit to what this is going to look like. And I mean, the staff that I have, Maria Russell, who's my clinical director, her and I have worked together for 10 years. She knows everything about me. She's been through everything with me. And she's the one, like you said, that will put me in check of, Kate, what are you doing? Stop. Because when you're passionate about something, it doesn't seem like work.
And there's no pause button.
And there's no pause button. Like, if you don't work, well, you don't get paid.
Right.
Right.
And if you don't work, then that doesn't get done.
Right.
There's not, even though I have amazing people around me, there's nobody else to ultimately pick up the pieces.
Right.
And so I think it's that internal drive, that passion, and that's just how my brain is wired.
Yeah.
Right. Love it. But you're living your passion.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. But I can say, you take this world and you step out on your own, and you have to have the faith, you have to have the confidence, you have to have the tribe to support you, because this is not for the faint of heart. You know, being an entrepreneur or a business owner is phenomenal, and
Frightening.
it's exhausting and scary at
Yeah.
times, because
Exhausting.
you don't have the insurance or the 401k or the paycheck.
There's no backup.
There's
no
no
safety
backup.
net.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
like for us, our business is us.
Yeah.
Like,
You're your
'cause
brand.
people would say, well,
Yeah.
why don't you bring on an apprentice? Well, because people don't want my apprentice, they want me.
Yeah.
Even if I teach them, they're still not getting me.
Yeah.
So you are
Your business, your brand.
You are Leatherman Lee.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
are who you are. That's what makes this type of work, this specialized work, so different. Of, you're not going to a sandwich shop and getting a sandwich that a kid can build. Like, we're specialized, customized.
Yeah.
But it's the rapport
Professional.
building, the relationship building, the connections.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
knowing
just
that we're
anyone
all
can do it.
authentically here to do this work.
And want
We're
to do
not
it.
here to make $1 million.
Right.
Right.
Right. I hear a lot, well, can't you just hire somebody to do that? No. I can't hire someone to do the feeding. I can, but it has to be someone that is going to do it the way we do it, because the way we do it is training.
Yep.
So if you don't do it my way, you're undoing all the training that I just did.
Yep.
And the why as to why this person and this person and this person had their horse here in the first place. I can hire somebody to just come in and scoop poop. That's fine. But guess what? They don't last. They don't want to do it. It's hard work. Nobody wants to work hard anymore.
No.
You know, so it's, you
And it's
know,
also having the standard, having our standard of
care.
what we are.
Oh, yeah.
Of, I hold the high bar.
Absolutely.
There's a high bar that will never be reached for Mind, Body, and Soul, or Willow Equine, or Soul to Soul Connections. And anything that I think is subpar
Yeah.
is unacceptable.
Absolutely, I'm the same
And
way.
it's totally, like, I can't tell you what subpar is.
Yeah.
But I know when it's subpar, and that's not going to happen.
Correct.
Right.
So that's why that driving force, that vision is all in my head.
It's all you.
And your heart.
In my heart.
Which is
It's more
awesome.
in my heart than it is in my head half the time.
Same.
Yeah. Right. Right.
How about for you?
Well, I'm kind of on the beginning of
Yeah.
that journey. I mean, I have my business, but it's part-time, if you will.
Yeah.
And I've learned, again, from some great people that, you know, if you really want it, you're going to work hard for it. And you might be working all hours of the day. And in my case, it's different than some. But, you know, working part of the day as a massage therapist and billing manager, and then part of the day as a horse trainer, and then also have to take care of my little family, which is just my husband and pets, but still having that. So I'm kind of in that spot where I know I've talked to you guys about, of finding my path on how to proceed to become even more of an entrepreneur, if you will. I've not considered myself to be one than I might be now. So, and I'm a planner, so seeing what that looks like, making lists, but where I fall short is I make the list and then I forget about that list and I make another list, but I'm always thinking ahead. So my problem is not putting that into motion, if you will.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Is that out of fear?
I think it's in a fear right now. Just briefly, we're kind of waiting on some things to go through with our property so that we can build, and once we start the process there, I can start the process of
That's this next step. That's the step that needs to happen, so the other steps can happen.
Whereas before, it couldn't have happened. I owned a farm with, of course, my husband, who worked full time, and I worked part time. But then would come home and work the rest of the evening. And if I didn't have that day job that I have, we couldn't have kept the farm.
Absolutely.
Simply. So I couldn't leave that, but I could start to build my other business.
Yes.
And work until late in the evening, giving lessons, or, you know, travel far, even if it's just, you know, for an hour lesson, just to build the relationship, meet new clients, make a little bit of extra money. So I'm on the path of getting ready to take a leap.
It's awesome, though.
I still find myself doubting.
Yeah.
Or being doubtful.
So normal.
And like Katie and I talked briefly once about, maybe I'll stay on a few days.
Yep.
And then do this a few days. And I already see where I'm going to resent that.
Yep.
And Katie said it perfectly. You know, the longer, I think you did that for a short time.
I was going to.
You were going to.
I was going to, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
But I needed, it was like ripping a Band-Aid. Like, I needed to shut that door.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
To be able to fully say, okay, this has to work.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing.
I can go back into racing, and yet I don't want to.
Yeah.
Right.
This is going to work.
Yes, and it pushes you to make it work. And
Absolutely.
that's where, thankfully, again, I have good teachers and role models to follow and to ask questions and learn, you know, business or life will kind of look like in that way. So I haven't taken the deep dive. I haven't been able to financially, but we will be able to, and that's where I have my amazing husband who also supports me. And just like you, Amy, and Mark, you know, I love doing everything with him.
Yeah,
And
so great.
we are everything to each other. So he's same when we bought our farm. He supported me through that. That wasn't his dream either.
Right.
But he took it by the horns, learning everything about a farm, grass, tractors.
Yeah,
everything.
right?
You know,
I remember when you first got it, he would come out here when you do lessons just so he could kind of pick our brains. And I love that for you, right? Like he's so supportive of her that he's just wanting to know everything possible.
Yeah. And so he also drives my dream of taking the big step or the leap of leaving my day job, starting this full time. And he says, when we talked about it, he's like, I want you to leave that behind in a good way.
Sure, yeah, of
Sure.
course.
And
But start this next chapter.
start this next chapter, and
Yeah.
he says, I want to be able to make this happen for you. And I so
Love it.
love and appreciate that helps encourage me
Well, I don't
and
think
drive me.
I have yet to find anybody who can be on this journey alone,
Yeah, it's hard.
because it's not for anybody, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's also having that partner that stands beside you that says, I've got your back
Yeah.
Right.
if you fall short, or
Yeah.
I've got your back when you need to
Right.
curl up in a ball and cry, or
Right.
you want to scream, or
Right.
any
Or
of
don't
those
have the
things.
money.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and not
having
say,
that partner
you know,
that doesn't throw it in your face.
Yeah.
Having that partner that says, you're amazing, I trust you, I
Yes.
have confidence with you, even though I know nothing about your business,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
you're still amazing.
Yeah.
Aw.
And that's
Yeah.
that's what makes this journey, whether they have interaction within your business or not, like Jeff has nothing to do with the business,
Mhm.
but yet he holds me up.
Right.
Mhm.
And you need that.
And that's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do him too. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
mutual
same.
Yep.
partnership, building a life
Yeah.
together.
Not that you have to have a spouse to be a successful entrepreneur,
No.
but you have to have somebody that is willing to prop you up when you start falling down, that's got you. Not just someone who says they've got you,
No.
but that's got you. It's important, because there's a lot of people, and I'm sure we all have friends like this, that are so there for you. Call me anytime, whatever you need. And they don't mean it. You know, and they mean well,
Right.
but it's not the same as what you have. And
Right.
you know, I have friends who I have said, you need something, you tell me, I've got you. And they know I mean it. You need something, I've got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I just do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm busy. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, because
Right.
everybody deserves a friend like that.
Yeah.
You know, you will be successful. You're an amazing
Yes.
trainer.
Yes.
Like, we're so blessed to have you here.
Amen. Yeah.
And I'm excited to see you take the leap, but then build your business. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm not excited for you to move, just so we're clear.
Yeah. But I mean, but when she does that,
You know, and it's all just like the knowledge and the learning and the training.
well,
but,
the focus, not being distracted by,
Right.
Oh gosh, I've got a Zoom call. You know,
Right.
I gotta go to work. Or
I gotta go feed. We're gonna wrap this up, people.
Yeah.
Horses need to eat. You know, but it's all good stuff.
It's
all
great,
like,
but I love sharing that, because
Yeah.
if anybody's interested in being an entrepreneur, or maybe struggling,
Yep.
maybe the missing piece is that they don't have the tribe, the herd they need, and they need to reevaluate that.
yeah. Who are you
You know?
surrounding
Or
yourself
maybe,
with?
What's
the
they're
driving force behind being an entrepreneur?
Right.
Is it
Yeah.
the fact that you want to be an entrepreneur to be an entrepreneur?
Yep.
Or is it because you want to make a difference? What's that driving? Because if you
Right.
ask
What's the
me,
passion?
am I an entrepreneur? Like, I don't go up and say, hi, I'm Katie, I'm an entrepreneur.
Right. I don't consider
Like-
myself that.
No,
You know?
I don't say that at all. But there are many people they consider me that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm here to help everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
Heck, that's one of the programs is, that's if we all support each other.
Well, and that's what this
love
and
it.
this
Yeah.
is all about. Reaching out to the people we can't interact with every day, and helping to encourage and enlighten and support by having these conversations, and then sharing them on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram.
Because everything's possible.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
think that's one thing is when I see people that say it's not possible, or I'm scared, or I'm afraid, or
Yeah.
whatever that block is that's in front of them, it's really saying like, no, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And you will fall on your face,
Yep.
but that's okay because you'll pick yourself up.
Yep.
But
And go
you
again.
can. You create what you want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I so appreciate you guys coming out here.
You
and
guys are
joining
so
us for this.
amazing.
Absolutely. It's been awesome.
You know when the next one is.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
But
Totally.
it's just so invigorating
Yeah.
and motivating and just comforting.
Yeah.
It's like just, chatting with good people.
Good people.
Good people.
You know,
Good people.
A lot in our bubble.
Yep.
Yes.